Take 300.
Hey everybody.
How's it going?
We decided that we wanted to do a little video because Cody and I haven't done a little sit-down video with our viewers in a long time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to kind of explain what was going on in the life of the Kittells, with traveling with the Kittells over the past year. It's been really awesome, and we are now actually back home.
Yeah.
Do we plan on staying back home, Cody?
No. I mean, we're here for a contract, but that'll probably be about it. And then we'll hit the road again. It's just been so wonderful and adventurous that we don't foresee us ever settling down anytime soon.
Yeah, what Cody means by settling down soon is we don't foresee ourselves getting a house and staying in one place for longer than a year at this time.
Even that's pretty long, yeah.
A year's pretty long, but
We stayed in Texas for 6 months, and we were already itching to hit the road, so.
yeah, so we are back home now because we just kind of missed home, and we kind of missed our family and friends, and we decided that we needed to do a contract up here. Luckily, we found a contract within 30 minutes of my parents' house. Probably like 35 minutes of my parents' house.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe about the same from Cody's dad's house. So
Yeah. It's nice to be home, visit family. We wanted to go through everything that we had put in storage and kind of downsize our storage by quite a bit. We only have a 10 by 20, but we want to get it down to like a 10 by 10. Few updates at the rental properties, while we're here, and kind of make things better for them and
yes, so
visit.
when we hit the road a year ago, it was winter, kind of starting to become spring, but it was cold. I was still wearing a winter jacket, and
Yeah.
if you guys saw our first video ever, you saw that it was like, or maybe it was our second video ever,
The
but
first video, there was frost on the ground the morning we left.
you guys, it was I think like 11 degrees outside or
Yeah.
something. So what we did was we threw a bunch of stuff in our storage unit and kind of hit the road thinking that maybe we would need some of these things one day, but as it turns out, there's a lot in there that we don't really need.
Right. Well, and that's the more you travel, the more you downsize and stuff. And we had sent things home from the camper that we thought we'd want, but we've been downsizing, go through our camper every couple months. It's like nice. Each contract we do like a spring cleaning and just kind of refresh.
Yes.
So it's wonderful.
Yes.
It's definitely a simpler life.
So that's one thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, was how we've all been adjusting to this being on the road, living in a camper. I would say for the most part, we are all adjusting quite well. And as far as anybody who's considering traveling, there's a lot of families doing this. I would say the majority of the people we meet are families with at least 2, if not 3 kids. Some people have situations where they only have 1, but typically everybody has at least 2 kids.
Yeah.
And they're doing what we're doing. Everybody has their own way of doing it.
Or their own way of like funding it, but yeah.
Yeah, and some people are like retired doing it. Some people are like digital nomads. They're just working online.
What is that?
There's a bird in the woods, and I was like, what is that noise? We're right next to a trail, so we keep like...
Yeah, we got a little crick in the background here. Oh, sorry. I'll get
Yeah.
you.
We're standing on like this bridge at our campground, and we're like kind of pushing pause if people walk by. So it's kind of weird, like talking to your phone.
So one thing we've noticed is the north have more bugs. North versus south. Like, so in the north, they're more campgrounds, whereas down south, they're more RV resorts.
Yes.
So like campgrounds, obviously in the north, they got like 3 months of the year to kind of do it. So there's a lot more pop-ups. There isn't like plumbing hookup. It's more of a recreational thing where like RV resorts is more of like a
People live in their RV, and it's
it's
like
living.
RV mansions.
Yeah,
They're
so
different.
like they're a lot fancier and more expensive RVs in the resorts versus campgrounds. Roads are blacktop. They're like newer, nicer facilities. More monthly, of course, but then they got all full hookups, 50, 30, plumbing, water, electric.
Which, if you don't know anything about RVs, you probably don't know what Cody just said. But he's talking about
Sorry.
the type of electricity that you hook up to, and he's talking about where the poop goes when he's talking about plumbing.
Yeah, so it goes in our storage tank instead of like at an RV resort. We just have the hose hooked up, so it goes from our tank right into the
Sewage system.
yeah.
Like
So
you're
it like a
living
house.
in a city. Yeah.
like a house. Whereas, yeah.
Here they like empty your tank 2 days a week, so it's like.
Well, yeah. So they do have a dump station that we can haul our RV to, or we can pay someone to come.
It
like,
just sounds
pump
so
it out.
gross.
Yeah.
For people who aren't like RVers, like.
Sorry, my arm's getting sore.
Okay, I'll switch with you.
I'm switching. We're switching
What
arms
it-
here.
Yeah. So what is a dump station, you ask?
It's just a hole in the ground.
It's where you can dump your poop when your tank is full. Cody does videos every now and again about RV life, so maybe we'll just. I don't really know how to do a lot on YouTube as far as linking videos and stuff, but maybe we could do an RV video explaining all these weird terms, and then Cody can go nuts on that. But anyway, we just wanted to talk about we're home and we're happy to be home and excited, and in 3 months we plan on leaving again, but we just plan on taking advantage of our time home here now that it's summertime. And
Yeah. It's not even summer yet in Wisconsin, and it is
it's not. When does it become summer?
in like 2 weeks, like June. But they say it's
Oh.
the unofficial start of summer. It's still not summer in Wisconsin, but it feels like it because the last 2 days it's been like 90s.
Yeah, 90s. It's really nice here.
Which is not normal for Wisconsin. So it's
Yeah.
been gorgeous.
It's been really nice. So people have been asking us, hey, how have the kids been handling, sorry, there's a reflection. How have the kids been handling you guys being on the road for a year? And I guess the answer to that is some days they've been handling it really well, and other days they have been handling it not so well. There have been a lot of changes going on in our life, and I don't think kids are as, sometimes they're like better at change than we are, and sometimes they're not as good at change as we are. It's hard to say all that. But I think overall, like the changes that we've made, like we moved out of a house that was like their childhood home, we'll call it, even though we didn't like really live in the same house Stella's whole life or anything like that. But we moved into a camper. We started homeschooling. We, pulled them away from all family and friends all at once. And it was just kind of, I think, a lot for them to handle. So our very first few months were rough. But then I would say after that, we all started really enjoying ourselves, and we constantly have been doing things to make sure we're all happy. I guess my favorite part about the kids being on the road with us and us homeschooling, I like to call it just wild and free, meaning the kids get to just explore everywhere we are, and they get to learn while they're on the road, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't learn, like, I don't want to say basics at school, but like they kind of get to pick and choose and learn different things. Like where school is kind of the same thing every day, with them being homeschooled, it's something different every day. So
Yeah.
a lot more hands-on, a lot more variety.
I would say just like the socialization aspect too. Like we go from RV resort to RV resort and we meet different families with different backgrounds, and I think it's really cool like that the kids get to make friends of all kinds. And I think that when you're in one classroom or you're with the same kids all the time, you don't get that, where it's pretty cool our kids get to like meet all different people just like we're doing. And I think it makes them,
They get to experience a lot more at a younger age
and they like,
than most people do in a lifetime.
people worry about that, like with homeschooled kids, like how do you socialize your kids? And it's kind of funny, like I just feel like our kids are so
Sociable.
sociable, so good at being friends with everyone we meet, and I think they've just developed that, and I think it's really neat. Stella's actually standing right here by us right now, and the other two are kind of like on a little nature trail, and it's kind of cool. Like, Stella, what do you think? How have you been doing this last year of traveling? What do you think about it all?
It's awesome. I think this is fun.
Bare basic answer. Cool. Good.
It's awesome.
So
She wasn't prepared for that.
yeah,
She didn't know we were
it's
gonna like
ups
ask.
and downs. Like, so they got a lot of positives. They don't like leaving each time because then they got to say goodbye to all the new friends they made and stuff. But it's neat all the different people they get to be in contact with. And because now we're in Wisconsin. When we were in Texas, we stayed in contact with our Florida friends. Now that we're in Wisconsin, we have Florida friends, we got Texas friends, Montana friends. Like, we got friends all over the United States now that it's neat just to see how they're doing and that kind of
Yes.
thing.
So that's kind of where we are at with our first year of traveling.
Yeah,
First year was a success, and I hope we can do another year that is as or more successful, and maybe hopefully as the years go on we'll get better and better at this traveling thing.
yeah. We should do another video of like a walkthrough on the camper. I know we did one when we first got it, but being it in a year, we've changed so much about it because our needs have changed as we've lived in it, and it's just...
And we started off with a camper that was just like good enough for now, and we still have the same camper, but it's really cool. Like, it had a really beautiful floral couch in it, and we changed it out for like a black leather couch, for example. Like, that's one of like the nice changes I think we made.
Yeah.
It just kind of, it's a little bit more updated, and it just feels like more us than the camper
Right.
we originally bought. So yeah, we'll definitely do a video. Cody will walk you through the camper and show you all the updates that we made, which there's quite a few of them, and I think for the better, just based on what we need and what we want in a house.
I think we've gone through the entire camper already and have done something
Yes.
in every square foot of it. So
We have done something in every room.
2 rooms. That's why I said every square foot.
We've done at least one thing in every room of the camper.
Yes.
But I count the living room separate than the kitchen, even though it's all one room, and the dining room. They're all one room, but I just count them separate areas, and we've done something in those areas. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's pretty much all that I really wanted to talk to you guys about for now. Just kind of updating you on
Where we're at.
where we're at, and I'm so excited to keep filming and showing you guys. Cody's arm is dying, and I'm just gonna keep talking.
I just drag it on. 2 arms to hold one phone.
We gotta get a new selfie stick. We're gonna invest in a new selfie stick soon.
Don't take...
Are these bats flying around us?
Nah, I don't know. Don't take selfie sticks or phone things like that to the beach. That's Nicole's had like 3 or 4 of them in her adventures, and she keeps wrecking them at the beach with all the sand.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe below and leave us comments on what you want us to talk about. I know that we say this all the time, but we really want to make videos that you're going to actually enjoy watching, and not just like sitting here on a bridge talking to you about what we're doing.
Right.
Because, I mean, you can
Or
follow
what
us.
you would like to see.
Yeah, if So right now we are in Wisconsin. So if there's anything in Wisconsin you want to see, or anything about an RV, or what we do for homeschooling, just like leave us a comment and we will definitely get back to you, whether we just message you right away or we make a video about it. Obviously it's faster just to message back, but if I think there needs to be details added, I'll definitely do a video about it. Other than that, we are also on Instagram, traveling with the Kittells, and then we're on YouTube, traveling with the Kittells, so follow us. We'd like to hear from you.
See you later.